Welcome everyone to the Fort Hagen Red Rocket filling station, one of only 2 red rockets that are actually marked on the map in the Commonwealth. There is one in the Nuka world, but that doesn't really count. So we've got this one right here, and then of course everyone's favourite red rocket truck stop. So normally these are unmarked locations. The layout remains pretty much the same. As you would pull your car in to get yourself some coolant for your motor vehicle, you can find an armor workbench, a power armor bench, as well as an armor bench sitting in the back here. There's some money still in the cash register for you to pick up, as well as a little toolbox and other bits of junk you can find lying around. Occasionally a behemoth will spawn here at higher levels. As you can see, he's on his little patrol route. But that's not all. If we venture a little further over to the left side of the rocket station here, you can find 4 buildings. One appears to be administrative. There's also a dead Minuteman. He's never really mentioned, but I suppose Preston lost quite a few men, and when the Minutemen split up, it makes sense that you find the odd one dotted here and there. He's got mines, he's got a musket, and he's got lots of fusion cells. On to the next building. This one appears to be some recreational kind, where you'll normally find ghouls fighting off some raiders or gunners. It's not a guarantee, it's always just a random encounter, and they can be pretty deadly. And here appears to be some form of barracks. Now, my theory is that because Vault-Tec were running alongside the military, that these 4 buildings actually belong to Vault-Tec, because when you go into the next one, it's some sort of laboratory, where they were probably running some experiments. Now, a lot of the skeletons, including some of them chilling up here. In fact, if I jump over to this, we can fly about. You can see these 2 just chilling about. This guy in his Vault-Tec outfit. There's a little bit of loot on top of all the buildings. Not enough to really justify going out of your way to get up there. Yeah, just a few things to reward you if you decide to use your jetpack to get up here. So yeah, my theory is that Vault-Tec kind of just chilled at this part of the fort with their 4 buildings here, place for their admin to manage some of the vaults, recreation for all their troops here, or scientists, admin. Then of course we've got the barracks, and then their little experiments to see what other terrible, grim things they could commit on some unsuspecting vault dwellers. Now, looking around the station itself, on the roof there doesn't appear to be anything going on. At one point it is kind of hinted that it was a settlement of some kind. There's a lot of flat ground over here. You probably could have scrapped this and a few of the trees. Heck, you've seen some of the places, and I'm looking at you, Coastal Cottage, that are just not the most desirable places to set up a base. So you'd think if there was some way to access the roof like there normally is, this would have actually made a really good spot. Like, that's a rather large flat area, even on the roof and around the place. But I suppose at some point they decided maybe not to have too many settlement locations around the place. A few destroyed houses are over to the west side. And then one of my favourite places, a tank that someone appears to be doing diagnostics on. Now, the lantern, of course, is usually a symbol of the railroad, but I doubt that Deacon was over here trying to get one of the old US tanks working. If they could, though, that would be quite the thing. Of course, you do sometimes find a random gunner with a tank, which implies that the tank is working, because you occasionally see APCs arriving with Brotherhood on it. So the game kind of hints that vehicles are working to some degree, even if the game engine wouldn't like such a thing to actually occur. Spiff up your power armor before heading on to the next destination. Of course, where is it in the map? It's on the western side, so right beside Fort Hagen, of course. Even discovering it just to get the XP is pretty good. And Federal Ration Stockpile, Nuka World Transit Center is also nearby, as well as the satellite array for the end, or one of the last quests of the Automatron DLC. Be careful of the behemoth and other things. It can be sentry bots and a few other nasties. So yeah, happy hunting. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.